lawnmower 17 here, and it's a day after I made the other videos of putting the dually back together. This has been nothing but a freaking project. Starting to really get pissed with it, especially yesterday It went from one thing after another. I go to put it together, get it all put together, and then we add some water, and then we bought concentrated antifreeze, dumped it in there, and we fired it up. She fired right up after sitting for about a month. Was running it. He had the water hose over here, putting water into there, filling it up because it was concentrated antifreeze, not 50-50. So just doing that, and then all of a sudden we noticed it was leaking out of the water pump down in there. So we had to shut her down, and we were having problems. This is what I'm asking you guys, if you could help me with this, because I couldn't find it on Google. Something happened now, like I don't know if it was from when we were painting and was cleaning off the motor, we touched a wire or something, but now the speedometer fluctuates all the way up to 80, 70, all the way up in there. Sometimes it'll come back down to 0, and the miles are counting, and we're still in park. It's still sitting in the same spot, and it's counted over 6 miles just since it's sitting here, so we can't run it anymore. We're not going to let it count miles when it's not moving, so we can't, and it's counting them quick. It's saying it's going 80 miles an hour as far as it'll go. So I don't know how to stop that. If anyone knows what the problem is with that, I don't know if it's down by the distributor in there, if it's a wire down there. If anyone knows what it is, over here's your cruise control, brakes, and I don't know if anyone knows what about these trucks or would like to help me out here, because I can't do nothing else now. So also, this has been a project too, because I took it apart, I put it back together. Is what was wrong is it was leaking around the water pump, like I was just saying. So I tore it all apart. It broke the new gasket. It was on this left side of the water pump that was leaking. The other side was still bolted on. You can see that blue, that's the new gasket I went through. This is my second set of gasket. I had to run up and go buy another thing of gaskets, and we wasted a $15 down the drain of that concentrated antifreeze. But this time I just bought 50-50, and we didn't use it yet. We've just been running straight water through it. We can't run it anymore. So part of it's my fault. That is what happened here. Is when I got the first set of I bolted it on the first set of gaskets, and it was leaking, so I took it off. The gasket was broke. I thought, shit, well, I put silicone around the gaskets too, gasket maker, and it still didn't want to work. So they were broke, so I went up to AutoZone, bought another set of that, and that's the blue one, the gasket, come with 2 of them, put silicone on, bolt them on. The damn thing leaks again. I'm like, oh my gosh, this thing is really starting to piss me off. About to throw it down by the road and put a for sale sign on it. So put after that new set was on, I look around, I get my head down into this little area right here, and I look down in by the gasket, and it's on this left side. Here, the gasket, it's only bolted on the top where the bolt goes through. It was only bolted on the top. Get off me, damn spider web. And after it was bolted on the top, it was slid out from away on the bottom. So that's why it was leaking the whole time, because once I looked up under there, I'm like, shit, it's not even bolted on the bottom. I only had to bolt through the gasket on the top. I didn't get a bolt through on the bottom. So took that back off. The gasket was ripped a little bit, but she was savable, so cleaned it off, put some new gasket sealer on there, put it on, and it don't leak now. And actually, I thought I had the wrong water pump, because on the old one, right in here, it has 2 spots like this, except it had the spot that went up right here. She's still pretty warm. I wanted to test that. It's good. That's a new hose on there. And it didn't have a plug like this here. It was shut. But on this pump, it has an opening. So we had to buy a plug and put it on there, and it didn't want to go fit in good. So that's as best as I could get it on. But at least it went on, and it's not leaking yet, but we haven't really let it build up pressure. We were running it without the top on. We weren't letting pressure build up. So kind of defeat the purpose, because I wanted to see if it could take up pressure. I still don't know if I want to replace that gasket, or just let it go. If I'm gonna try to, if someone can help me with this out, the speedometer thing, because I can't run it when it's just gonna keep acting shit like that. It's just one freaking thing after another. So once that's fixed, we'll run it and I'll let it build up pressure. About up to 15 pounds is what it says. So build up pressure, and then if it doesn't leak anywhere, that's what I thought it was gonna leak there, but so far it hasn't. I will be good to go. But if I still don't know if I want to change that gasket that I had to fix. I mean, it was ripped into two pieces, but I made sure I got it on there good, and it's not leaking now. But like I said, it hasn't had pressure on it, so I still might change it. If it doesn't leak though after the pressure's been on it and I let this truck run around a lot, then I probably ain't gonna change it. But if I get the time, I might change it again. But for now, if it builds up pressure and it doesn't leak at all, I'm just gonna let it go. But can't do anything until I get something with the speed sensor. So I'm just gonna shut up here for a minute and let you guys listen. I mean, not listen, but I'm gonna move the camera around, so see if you can look anywhere and you might know where the speed sensor would be. I have no clue. Let me remove the top of this. Oh! Can't use my right hand hardly. Got a bad wrist. Now let me move that out of your way so you can look down in here. Got all the wiring. That's your governor right there. That's the pedal inside the cab moving. So there you have it. Showed you around, so if anyone can help me here, I would greatly appreciate it, because right now I can't do anything else with these miles flipping over so fast. I'm not gonna let that shit happen. So let's figure this damn crap out. I'm tired of this. Love my Chevys, but I hate when I have projects and they don't go right. Except problem was me the first two times. I've taken this water pump off freaking 3 or 4 times already. But that was my fault because I didn't get the gasket on right. And I didn't have it on all the way, so that's my fault. But alright, so I'll let you guys see if anyone knows. I'm going to go upload this, so it should be up by tonight. So thanks for watching, and hopefully someone could help me out. I'm going to try to Google it once I get in the house a little more, and if someone else knows what it could be. It's a 94 Chevrolet 3500, so it's a 7.4 454. So thanks for watching and subscribe.